Introducing Spatializing.
Queer.
Ecologies, Yanin as Alien 3.
Grieg as Alien 1.
Chandra as Alien 2.
This is Moonland Free Radio, broadcasting from the anarchist outpost on the dried sea of no one.
Beep.
Intersonic communication, 2.5 degrees west.
Beep.
A message from the margins. For those who refuse the center, today we begin recounting the times when planet Earth was on the brink of collapse, where queer and trans ecologies emerged as insurgent acts against imposed binaries of nature, culture, beep, purity, waste, beep, beep,
Beep.
life, decay, beep,
Beep.
beep. Before Earth became uninhabitable for humans and non-humans and patriarchy, colonized and patriarchy,
Patriarchy.
beep,
Beep.
and patriarchy colonized planet Mars.
Mars.
At that point, the mainstream was starting to acknowledge imminent catastrophe. Climate models no longer predicted prevention, but transformation and loss. Loss. We ask the audience to call in and answer. What if loss was not an ending, but a portal to new possibilities? What if queer ecology offered not only a critique, but a way of living otherwise? Okay, a group of architects and planners from the past sent a telepathic message. Message, telepathic. Let me receive it. Yes, they say. Queer and trans ecologies do not seek redemption, nor the false promise of a future salvaged by technical rationality. We can embrace rupture and disintegration and find in those ruins new possibilities for being together. We invite the audience to consider this. Can we allow unbuilding to make space, beep,
Beep.
to imagine alternative ways of thinking, beep, beep. This is Anarchist Moonland. Stay with us.
Halt. Our scheduled programming. We've been intercepted, beep, by what appears to be a green machine. A hologram from the past. Governments and NGOs at its helm. Spaceship Earth. Their architectural consultants called it beep. Fueled by techno-rationalism, everyone marveled at its efficiency. Phase 1 was sustainable development. Driving indigenous knowledges and nature into the folds of capitalism. The green machine, it's shifting form. Retrieve its governance manual from the archive. Phase 2, resilience and adaptation. Increase the volume. Rumble of compulsive building of urban growth is coming through our telepathic transmitter. We've gathered imagery from our archive. Look at these smart cities. The metrics of the green machine, now self-defined. Everything was washed in green those days. The architectural projects of planetary remediation. But it all remained the same, except for the processing of excess. We ask the audience to journey with us, with the dispossessed, with modernities and capitalism's constitutive outside, through queer ecological imaginaries that take us beyond the ruins of the green machine. This is Anarchist Moonland. Stay with us.
Beep, 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 beep. 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 Fresh out transmitted from the trans-temporal radio waves. This new holographic description descriptions show a place called Druid Heights in the lush forests of what was then called Northern California. They seem to be early anarchists, poets, builders. They rejected the machinery of modernity and chose craft over standardization and collaboration over hierarchy. This group lived among the redwood trees, blending Asian philosophies such as Celtic and Zen Buddhism, interested in anti-capitalist life. But this seemingly utopian space had its contradictions regarding water use, fossil fuels use, and toxicity in their building materials.
Beep, beep.
Nevertheless, the structures of that moment were starting to become ruins, collapsing down into the earth as a massive post-human compost.
Campos.
A question to the audience. How can we embrace decay and transformation in building communities in times of collapse?
Collapse.
One of those 1970s examples is being transmitted at the moment. A women-only commune called Women Share, where lesbians blurred gender roles and built their own cabins, used consensus-based politics, rejected hierarchical ways of organizing. The hologram shows an hexagonal house. Oh, wait, there's a glitch. Yes, hexagonal cabin, and one called Rattlesnake. The house was called Madrone. They had cats and stewarded the land, making compost with worms, reading tarot, and sleeping nude outdoors. These women loved each other and the land itself as a partner. Sounds similar to the way we relate to Moonland these days.
Moonland.
This is Anarchist Moonland. Stay with us. This is, look at the drawing, post-apocalypse community 103.
Anarchist Moonland. A queer turn of the dial. We're picking up on alternate radio waves from the dispossessed.
Another faint signal from void spaces of zero consumption. Architecture unbuilt. Our imagery receiver has decoded news of techno-utopian rejection worldwide. People living amid toxic entanglement. The ruins of modern urbanity.
Political coalitions built with the more than human anarchist Moonland increase the speed of transmission, where ecological ethics are crowding the airwaves. Airwaves.
Audience. Trans power waves are coming quick. Will you receive them?